is a story with many facets.
T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is the Jody and Scott Show.
Hi! Hey, what's going on? It's Jody and Scott Show 4. You can find us at jodyandscottshow.com. Of course, our phone number here. If you want to leave us a voicemail, we'd love to hear from you. It's
what the hell's going on here?
407-499-8009. You can leave us a voicemail there, and maybe we'll play it on the show or something.
You can't start this show without me.
You're a goddamn mess. You know that? Like, I mean,
I had a long day, Jody, all right? Very stressful life I have. It's not a weed fantasy like you.
You create your own stress. You just jumped on. You're having like a full on freak out because I guess your boss was like, we need to have a meeting today.
ASAP.
And then you immediately jump to thinking that you're going to be fired. So you spend the entire day thinking you're going to lose your job. And then it's just a normal business meeting, right? Like Jody, a normal deal.
First of all, you call somebody in on their day off with an ASAP. An ASAP.
Yeah, well, that's business, Scott. People need to get. And the other thing is, a lot of people that know you know that you move at your own speed. So he's.
Or I won't come if they tell me it's a marketing meeting.
Right. So your boss is probably like, hey, I need to see you ASAP because if he says I need to talk to you about this in the next couple of days, you're just gonna take that to mean 3 Fridays.
Okay, enough about me, Jody. The show is not about me, all right? Although I am banging a new woman from Cumberland Farms. She's older. I'm going older now. She works at Cumberland Farms, this woman, but I'm off the market. We'll talk about that later.
Is Cumberland Farms still open? I didn't think that place was
still open. Only a couple left.
Like I remember them. They had the really, really crappy stores, right? They were the ones that were there
wasn't a lot of upkeep going on at Cumbies.
They were basically like a shipping container, right? With a beer cooler inside. And that
besides me having a sex with the beautiful Cumberland Farms lady, which we'll get to later in my segment, I like to call Who I'm Banging. And now let's talk about our guests because we have the rap girls. Okay? These girls who bother you on Facebook, you know about the whole thing. I know it frustrates you a lot, but don't cuss this woman out.
It's not just the rap girls. It's just the multi-level marketing thing in general on Facebook that irritates the living shit out of me.
Well, we're going to get deep inside the body of a rap girl live here tonight.
But you're really curious. I noticed that you don't really care about the multi-level marketing so much. You're really curious about whether the raps work or not.
I was thinking about rapping one around my body.
Isn't there one that's literally called It Works? Isn't that?
That's the one we're talking. This is the girl we're talking to. It's called It Works.
Because I remember seeing that, and I'm like wondering if you can just, if something doesn't work and you just make the name It Works, can't you just get around all kinds of bullshit? Because that's just the name, right? You're not saying it actually works.
People lie, Jody. They tell you to come to work ASAP. I didn't have to be there right then. Also, 2 of the biggest guests we've ever had back-to-back on a show. Yeah. We're talking about Joel Jenson. He's the guy that makes the little burritos for hamsters and they eat them. These are great videos, Jody. I watch them every day.
Wasn't the burrito hamster thing like 5 years ago? Isn't that an old internet
thing?
To
bring things back. Tila Tequila, MySpace. Also, this is probably the biggest guest of our political lives, Jody. Remember the woman who looks like Ted Cruz?
No.
You didn't read the email. This is a big star.
What?
The woman who looks like Ted Cruz. She was on Maury.
What? Oh, wait. I do remember that. She was really a big deal for she got the porno deal, right? Or like one of the
we're going to find out if she took us up on that. Well, we didn't offer it to her.
We didn't offer her the porn.
Maybe. That might get us out there.
It was like RedTube or something like that. Like offered her a bunch of money to do a porn.
We're going to get all the answers from what her name is. It's Circe, Ted Cruz woman.
Circe Hayes. Wow, that's very exciting. So
good name. You think she's proud of that? I guess we'll find out.
Okay, so I'm just curious. So this week, what went through your mind to make you think that this would be somebody that you wanted to chat with this week? Like, how did this come back to you, Circe?
I was Googling celebrity sex tapes.
Okay.
And I remember this beautiful woman, because I actually think Ted Cruz would make a good-looking woman, Jody. I think we've been talking about that before.
Yeah.
We'll see how much this
lady.
woman... let's see if this is getting her laid. You know what I mean? That's what I want to know.
Did you do anything for Halloween last night? I did the whole trick-or-treating in the neighborhood thing last night. It was fun. Met some neighbors. It's like the most social thing that I've done in
bad
ages.
With neighbors, yeah.
No, I actually met some nice people. But I let my wife do most of the talking while I walked around. I feel I feel like I met them even though I didn't really say very much to them. I just kind of.
Now you love cute kids. You have a cute kid. There's a lot of cute kids on your block. Now, if the kid is cuter than the last, say you get a chubby, ugly kid showing up, will he get less candy than the very, very cute kid? Now, this is a big question for you parents out there. I'm talking cute, like a 10. All right, but the chubby puberty kid shows up, and he gets what? Half a Snickers?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily give more to the cute kids, but they're
ugly ass kid. What does he get?
No, the ugly
Skittles?
ass, the ugly kids, the cute kids, they're all the same. But what's the deal with the older kids that
I had a 30-year-old black guy at my door last night.
Did you have like
I
had at least 2 or 3 groups of. I mean, they look like one group looked like college kids, like it looked like kids that I've seen like playing Pokemon.
That's what I'm saying. So and they're not attractive. Mike, attractive kids, do they get more candy or the fat, ugly ones? Well, do you hook them up, make them fat?
Absolutely.
What?
Jackson who's my child, got probably. The girl, I gave him one. She goes, you know what? Go ahead, take some more. Then there was some kid in a Jason's mask.
Yeah.
And she gave him some gummy worm, and that was it for him.
He's adorable.
He got cut off. So I definitely think there's a bias.
Those fat puberty kids aren't getting shit.
Well, because it's creepy when I open my door at 8:30 p.m. and expect to see like a parent and a few kids, and instead I see like a 19-year-old dude that looks like he's
Hispanic man. That's why we got to build a wall, Jody.
It looks like he's playing Pokemon.
These people.
You said you vote. Did you vote today? Is that what you said? You said you're all stressed out voting today.
That also stressed me out. I'm very stressful. Actually, my dad offered me a Xanax. That's how stressed out I was.
Wow, you're having that much of that much trouble today, huh? I'm sorry.
Because I really hate everything about this election.
I know.
I don't want to get too serious here, but it's really fucked up.
I was talking to my wife today, and and we're watching CNN and all, and I'm just like, how the hell are we supposed to choose between these two? Like this is a nightmare.
I've always had kind of a good feeling walking out of a voting booth. Like, okay, I think I did Obama. That was easy. Whatever.
I can't feel good about voting for either of them. I'm really excited to go and vote for legal weed in Florida. You know,
I really filled that whole bubble out. The weed bubble. I didn't miss anything in that thing.
I'm extremely excited about that. But then I guess I'm just gonna vote for Gary Johnson and just Jody, that way at least I won't feel dirty.
Exactly. But then you think it's a vote for Trump or whatever. But
whatever.
I don't want to get into that because it's a very depressing thing. So I have some very emotional music for me, Jody, because it's a very emotional time. Your favorite actress.
Wait, that's not emotional.
Is that you on guitar? It sounds like something you would play.
That's not emotional.
This is my snazzy music.
Really
I'm banging a woman at Cumberland Farms.
You would think that I would have some emotional music.
Because one of your favorite actresses, Jody, Raven Simone, is leaving The View.
Who's Raven Simone?
She was the cute kid on the Cosby Show. You probably would have hooked her up with a bunch of candy because she was cute.
Yeah,
she wasn't a fat puberty.
Yeah.
She's a lesbian too, but she is leaving The View so she can do That's So Raven 2, which is a show the millennials and I really sit down and enjoy. It's on Netflix too.
That's So Raven 2? There was a one?
That was an original one. Yeah, it's like how they bring back the Full House.
But I've never even heard of That So Raven. So why would it be a show that
you're very old?
Oh, that's right. I'm getting that old, aren't I?
I'm in the millennial world. You're living in some graveyard somewhere in South Florida, okay?
Would you, if you were to, I tell you what, we'll get into this in just a second because Cersei's on the phone, Scott. So,
dude, this is I've been wanting to talk to her for about 6 months now. This is exciting, Jody.
Is that when this all went down? Was this 6 months ago that Cersei was on? It was Maury, right? It was Maury.
It's Maury, yes.
Was this about 6 months ago that Cersei was on?
I think about 6 months. Well, let's talk to Cersei. Let's
Cersei,
learn about Maury.
Welcome to
at the tone. Please re-record your message. At the end of your message, press
here?
1.
Beautiful voice is Cersei. Cersei!
Are we leaving a message,
You're
Cersei?
on Maury.
Hello?
Call us.
Mike, what's happening?
He's not. Hold on a second.
Cersei!
What's going on, Mike?
She heard the show and got the
First of all, is she a black woman?
Listening to the show.
What is it? No, she's not black. I don't think so. I mean, I
wouldn't
looks
like
think
Ted Cruz.
Anyway,
she looks like.
Anyway, let me tell you what happened.
Okay, explain what just happened.
So I called this woman.
Cersei.
Right? She was a black woman,
Cersei.
obviously.
No, it's a
And
Ted Cruz
then
lookalike.
She's not black.
And I
She's a Ted
typed her. She was a
Cruz
black woman.
lookalike.
Do we even have
With
the
a
right
ghetto
number?
I
edge,
typed in her
okay? She was
name.
on.
Do we have the right number? Are we calling the right person?
I typed her name in. I typed her name. No, I told her, I go, you're going to go on the Jody and Scott show. I go, you talked to Scott earlier. She said yes.
Oh, okay.
I typed in her name. I put her on hold. And then you guys started talking about lesbians, and then she immediately hung up.
Mike, we got to figure out a way where the guests can't hear the show before they come on, because it's really destroying.
I don't feel like we were talking about anything. What were we talking about that was even racy?
Like very ugly kids get no candy.
You were talking about the lesbian woman leaving The View.
Raven Simone.
We didn't even bring up that she was a lesbian. I didn't know she was a lesbian. Did Scott say
I brought that up.
I don't know. She hung up.
She's a butch.
I heard lesbo.
Well, that's too bad. We're never gonna find out what happened with that porno offer to do the Ted Cruz porno.
Mike, she's a Ted Cruz lookalike. Please get her back on the phone. This is an interview of my dreams. Please, just say we're sorry.
Would you do?
I'm gonna try. Give me a second. She is black.
No, she's not. She's just
like a ghetto Ted
park.
Cruz.
You know how the low income whites are, Mike. You know. You understand.
Okay, make sure she's not on hold right now, Jody. Before we come on. We gotta get the black woman Ted Cruz.
Would you do male birth?
No, I am banging a Cumberland Farms woman that works there.
Male birth control. Would you take it if it was out there and available to you?
Well, I told you this the other day. Guys can have kids for a lot longer. Girls turn like 45, and then there's a slight risk. Is that true?
Well, once a woman crosses over 30, they're on the clock, right? I mean, like it starts to get more and more difficult every year out from there. Once they hit 40, we're talking extremely difficult. I mean, and my wife, she's pregnant right now, and she's just kind of over. She's 35 or 34, so she's 35, so she's just over the line.
Janet Jackson's like 60 and having a kid, but that takes a lot of money or something.
What happens is that like the risk for different birth defects and all that stuff go up a lot as you get older and older. So there's all kinds of problems with it. But male birth control has been a thing that they've been working on for a very long time.
Snip it, Jody.
They have found one. They have found a birth control, an injection, an every 8-week injection that will.
That's great. No surgery.
Right. That will keep your boys from being able to impregnate another woman. Now, this was working in a test. However, they terminated the study early because they started finding out that the men that were taking this stuff were experiencing like depression and some other moderate side effects. And I was just thinking, like, is that really that big of a deal? I mean, I'm
already depressed, so
right? I mean, would you do this if it meant that you would be able to sort of like safely raw dog
everything? Now it fades away after a while, right? So if I end up wanting to have kids when I'm like dumb and 50, I can still do that.
Every 8 weeks. So you get one shot every 2 months, and they said that it totally worked, but I guess the side effects were a little bit too much.
Now, Jody, I work in downtown Orlando, and of course, Halloween, it's slutty time. You know this. You used to work with me down there a lot for Halloween.
Yes.
And what I want to ask you, the sluttiest costumes of 2016. I have the list. It's right here. This is according to Pornhub. By the way, Mike, where is the Ted Cruz woman?
Is this her right here? Hold on. Is this Cersei?
Cersei.
Hey. Oh nope! This is the body wrap. This is the body wrap.
Oh, okay.
Girl. Should we just get right into this, or
let's talk to her? Oh no! Really quickly, I'll run down because she was probably one of these things.
Yeah, hold on. Rachel's on the phone with us. Hey, Rachel, hold on. We're gonna just
hey,
hang out for a second. We're gonna wrap this up. Maybe you can help us because maybe you know what some of the sluttiest.
She probably dressed as one of these.
Yeah.
Rachel, a cat. By any chance a cat, like a sexy cat at any point for Halloween? No. Yes.
Was I?
Yeah.
Yes. You just do the dot on the nose and the whiskers. Okay, you were. What about a cop? A slutty cop. Those are big.
It's classic.
Nope. Couple years ago.
Okay, so you have been there. All right.
Jody, where's my Regis music? I need my Regis music, please.
Okay.
And then, of course, actually, Rachel, I think you do know this one. A slutty nurse. Have you done the...
I haven't done slutty nurse.
Oh, that's too bad.
And then finally, the number one slutty costume for 2016. Tried the slutty nurse, by the way. Number one, Harley Quinn Suicide Squad. Half the girls downtown, Jody, were Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad. It was unbelievable.
That sounds like I thought that all the girls had been scared away from doing that because there was such an uproar before Halloween even started that, all the girls are going to do this Harley Quinn thing. And so, I didn't think anybody actually did it. I didn't see any Harley Quinns on my Facebook. I guess I'm too
the big
old.
thing with Harley Quinn, and Rachel
old.
knows this. Rachel and I have been millennials here. Jody's a bald.
You're not a millennial,
Gene
Scott.
Wilder
You're older than me. You're older than me.
Show me your birth certificate,
You are not a millennial. Just let it go, man.
God, it's a beautiful life I lead, all right? Now, a millennial life. Now, Rachel. Oh, and by the way, the Harley Quinn thing is because all of these girls want to wear those butt shorts, so half their butt can hang out.
I found your millionaire. I found your music.
Right.
Well, it's a little late.
Oh,
way late.
No.
Actually, I will ask you this, Jody. You go to the gym a lot, right?
No, I haven't been to a gym in 30
What is
years.
an elliptical, Jody? This is a big dilemma for Jody right now. What is an elliptical? I don't want you Googling this, man.
That's the one that you.
You're good. Don't Google elliptical.
I'm not. It's the one that it's the one you sit on the bench and you grab the things on the side and spin them really fast.
Way off.
Oh.
Go look at a gym, Jody. All right, we have a wedding to go to. You want to look nice and fit. Now, Rachel, Jody, you kick it off with Rachel because you know more about this stuff than I do.
Rachel. So here's the thing. I'm starting to get fed up, right? Because my Facebook feed is nothing but women in their
I think your wife does this.
In their mid-20s, mid-30s, selling shit to each other. It's
Right.
oils and supplements and wraps and
I almost bought one, Jody.
and face creams and makeup and fucking everything. And it's all I'm seeing on Facebook.
Watch your
Rachel.
mouth. This is a woman you're talking to.
I'm just sort of curious,
what's
why?
the deal? We want to know what's going on. We want to
deal?
get inside the body of a wax
So-
a wrap. Yes.
Okay, so you want to know about the industry or the rap? But there's all
How do you
sorts
get
of
talked into it first? Because I see the live feed of the guy doing a lottery for you guys. I don't understand exactly what it is.
Oh my God, my wife is sucked into it. She buys pants.
It's direct sales.
Right.
So when you go into a store, you go and buy from the actual store. Direct sales, there's no store.
Yeah.
It's all online. So we have corporate and everything like that. But the body wraps specifically are by a company called It Works. So that's the logo
I've
that
seen
you
a lot of that one. That's the one you see the most.
So that's
Yeah.
Okay, so you sell a thing. So let's talk about me, right? I'm 6 foot.
Right.
I'm a
He's losing his hair. He's very bald, man. Yeah.
It has nothing to do with what I'm saying, though. Thank you, Scott. I am. So I'm, somewhat overweight, right? I'm probably 190,
He's
6
got
foot.
a solid B cup. Okay?
Yeah, I've got some moderate man boobs, and I've got
Nice nipples, though.
a sort of a not much of a spare tire,
Decent
but
areola,
but a little bit. And
okay, what the hell are you getting to here?
I'm asking if these goddamn wraps can get rid of this. What's the deal?
Can I wrap your man boobs?
Right.
If
I can
this
wrap
is
your
big.
man
Hey, where's
boobs.
my Regis music,
If
Jody?
I
Put it up
wrap
right
my-
now.
if
Can
I wrap-
you, Rachel? I know it works, but can it work on Jody's man boobs? Let's hear it.
It absolutely can.
Whoa, let's celebrate!
Okay, so what I don't understand. How does this thing? Because this is what Scott's been trying to figure out. I don't understand either. How does wrapping something around my moobs get rid of my moobs?
Yeah, don't cut off his
Okay,
areolas.
so-
Those are nice.
Yeah.
So the way that it works, you can put this wrap anywhere on your body from the chin and neck down. And it's like a giant wet Band-Aid. So it comes
Ew,
individually
freaking.
packaged.
Okay.
And we're the only company that sells this product. So you can't get it anywhere
So what
else.
does it do? Does it just
from a
smoosh the
distributor.
fat like somewhere else?
So, no,
Sweat out
no.
the fat?
Does it
Nope.
smoosh it?
Smoosh
So
the man
the way
boob?
your body the way your body handles fat is that there's different layers of underneath your skin where all these nasty
How did
fats
I
are.
get tricked into
So
a
when you-
sales presentation? Scott, I hate you. You got me tricked into some.
I'm just
Wants
telling
one
you
now.
how it
See,
works.
this
Damn it.
I'm
Okay.
getting a little money on this, Rachel. Right? We'll talk
right.
about this later.
All right, Rachel. All right,
I'm just telling you how it works.
give us the
So
fast
it's
version.
Yeah, this is the fast version.
Okay.
So it releases all of the bad fat out of your fat, and you have to drink a ton of water. So everyone's always like, oh, it's just water weight loss. You do see instant results in the first 45 minutes.
Oh.
So this allows all of the bad fat to flush to the surface, and then you're drinking a lot of water to remove that fat, and so it just goes into just flushing it out.
It like soaks it out, like the wet Band-Aid like sucks out the fat through my moobs. That's what's happening.
The ingredients in the wrap are botanicals that actually work to do that. They soak down to your subdermal layers where your fat cells are.
Jody, you should try that. Jody almost got into selling milk business recently.
You know, we could do like a live wrap presentation and see it work on you.
I'll try.
Yeah, we could see we could see results. I'll come and wrap you for free, and then you can see that it works live.
This actually going to make. You know how many dudes would buy this if they could get rid of their man boobs?
I'm telling you, the moobs are.
You're like an experiment guinea pig.
The moobs are the thing that I'm the most self-conscious about, because there's just certain T-shirts that I wear.
You feel like you want to wear something under it to push it down.
I do. It's
this
very
will absolutely work for that. Let's try it.
We can do that. All right. I think that's enough. Though we can't get into the whole multi-level marketing thing.
I want to know about that next time.
That's a whole beast.
Yeah, next time we'll talk about that. But I'm kind of
we'll wrap
Give
Jody's
her your
tits.
credit card number right now, Jody.
Yes, live.
Jesus Christ.
But
live on the radio right now. Do it.
All right. Thank you, Rachel. Appreciate it.
Rachel, I'll see you later.
You're
Rachel, thank
welcome.
Botanicals.
We'll do it live. We'll wrap those tits live right here on the Jody and Scott show. Okay.
The second I hear the words "good fat" and botanicals, I know that it's just a total load of bullshit.
Let's wrap your tits. Come on.
Come on. I'm sure she's a sweet girl, and I'm sure that
somebody's buying it. Something's going on, Jody. Somebody's making money with this stuff because it's all over the internet.
Because women buy dumb shit. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Like they buy oils from each other, and they buy wraps from each other, and I don't know.
So, Jody, we talk about this a lot, actually. Pedicures. We like to get them.
I do.
And I'll tell you why. I got talked into this a while back by a girlfriend, and I was like, I'm not doing that. That's gay guys. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But I didn't realize what you actually get while getting a pedicure. You actually did it before me, I'm pretty sure.
It's not something I do frequently, maybe a couple times a year or something, but it's kind of nice to get your feet worked over by a cute Latino girl or a nice cute Asian
Jody,
woman.
Something happened to me over the weekend. Now I haven't done one in a while, so I was really getting excited for it. I shaved my feet. So they would look really good after. Have you
clipped your toes? Your toe hair clipped it back?
No, I didn't clip my toes. That's their job.
No, the toe hair. Do. Like I have very hairy big. Like my big toe is very hairy. You got to clip the hair back every now and then.
Yeah, you have to garden a little bit, which I did. Yep. And I went in there. I was excited to get my nice feet all done, and then I got boomed by a dude. First time ever.
A dude doing a dude. Oh, I've had that. I've had a guy do it before, actually. It was
you can't leave, right? You just got to run with it. You can't be like, can I get the girl?
I've been blindsided by the male masseuse a couple of times. I've been blindsided by the male pedicure deal. I mean, whatever. I don't care.
You close your eyes and picture a beautiful woman.
As long as they don't talk to me, I'm completely fine with it. But I cannot, I can barely sit down at a bar and have a conversation with another guy, like a stranger about,
that's why your hair falls out. Right. You get very nervous.
There's no way that I'm going to sit and have a conversation with another guy while he's rubbing my feet. Like, it's just like,
what are you talking about?
Like, what the hell?
How was your day? How was your day?
Right. What the hell am I supposed to talk to this guy about?
Look at the hair on my toes.
I tell you what, though, I got a haircut the other day where it was the greatest haircut of my entire life, because the guy did not say a single word after I told him, I just needed to be like an inch on top and whatever. He then got to work and didn't say a single goddamn word for the entire time I got my haircut. And
isn't that great?
It was amazing. I mean, it was the greatest haircut of my life, simply because the guy didn't feel like he had to run his goddamn mouth the whole time. It was awesome.
I do a lot of Ubers, Jody, and that's a tough one too, because you're stuck in that car, and if the dude wants to talk, some of these people do it just because literally nobody will listen to them talk. And I've had those guys where you're lying, tell them the whole life story. It's a very hard place to be. But when they don't talk and they just drive you somewhere, God, I love Uber. I don't need the convos. You know what I mean? I don't want to talk about the hair on my feet.
What's the deal? Okay, can you?
Where the hell is the Ted Cruz lookalike?
She's not coming back, Scott. Let it go. I've got a challenge for you, Scott.
What is a pillow, Jody?
No. Name one character from the movie Avatar.
Sigourney Weaver.
No, character name. Character name. One
She had a name. I think that was her name, Sigourney Weaver.
Nope, one character. Name one character. Mike, are you there? Can you
Sigourney Weaver.
Can you name
was naked?
Can you name a single character from the movie Avatar?
There's blue people. I know that. They're blue.
Can someone tell me why the hell they're making 2 more of these movies and turning it into a giant theme park in Orlando?
I don't know.
What the hell is going on here? Nobody. They keep saying that it's the most popular movie.
Has
in the
anybody
history.
seen that movie twice?
No,
Jody?
no one's seen it twice. No one can name a single character from it. Nobody. And yet they're making more of them, and they're like part of Animal Kingdom is becoming.
My sister's working on the Avatar
hell?
land.
Like, what's going on? Does what's the guy's name that directed this thing?
Cameron.
Does Cameron have like
Cameron.
dirt on somebody? Like, what's happening? Nobody.
That movie tricked people into thinking it was good. I don't get it. I guess the 3D was cool back then. 3D came back.
But they're acting like it was like the most like it's a phenomenon because they're bringing it back for multiple sequels and doing all this stuff. And nobody can even name one character from the movie. Nobody
Weaver
can.
was actually her name in the movie.
We could probably call people that worked on the set of that movie. We could call grips and sound designers and say, name one character from that movie you worked on for 4 years of your life, and they probably couldn't fucking do it.
Mike, can you get one of our friends on the line? I just want to see if anybody that we know can figure this out.
Okay,
I don't think any of our friends.
Who's
know.
on the phone here?
All right.
Mike, who's on the? Oh, that's here now. Okay, never mind. What were you asking him? I'm sorry, I was looking at his notes.
Get one of our friends on the phone. I want to see if any of our friends even know.
One random phone.
No, because you're right, dude. I can't think of one. I know the wheelchair guy.
Right.
I'll do that. I'll call one of our friends and see if they know anything about this Avatar. But will you guys try to call the Trump cruise lady or whoever that person is and try to get her on the phone? I think she'll pick up if you can call her from a different line.
Jody,
picked up the first time I called.
Okay.
Do you have the number there, Jody?
I don't think I. Oh wait, is it in the
It's
email?
in the email.
Okay,
yes.
hold on. Let me see.
Yeah,
here.
let's sabotage
All
this.
right, let's see if we can get this girl.
This is a beautiful woman. Looks just like Ted Cruz.
I got the number here. So
With a wig.
We can,
Whatever happened to Ted Cruz, by the way? Is he?
I don't know. I think he's gone into hiding, waiting for the. Okay, let's see. All right,
He came out and supported Trump. 2 seconds later, he's talking about grabbing pussy on an Access Hollywood van. You know? Like, literally 30 seconds after Cruz endorsed him.
No one's answering. Hello? 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 Cersei?
Cersei! This is
Cersei?
big.
Cersei? You there?
Cersei. All right.
Hey, welcome to the Jody and Scott Show, Cersei. How are you? Cersei.
Hayes.
Scott, this isn't going well. She is hung
Are
up
we
on
saying her name wrong? I
No,
might have spelled it wrong.
You think-
Cersei.
Is her name even Cersei?
What is your name?
That's what she did. That's exactly what she did when I called her.
I guess we should leave her alone
Should
at
we
this
just call
point,
her
right?
Ted? I mean, I'm trying to be nice here.
At this point, I guess we should leave her alone. Like, can we? At what point does it become
think-
harassment?
Do you think she sounded black?
No, I didn't. She
sounded like a bird or something.
Yeah, she didn't sound like anything. I didn't get anything from that. I don't. Jesus
Speaking
Christ.
of animals, where's my hamster guy?
Jesus Christ! What a disaster tonight on the guest front. This is awful.
Are you kidding me? The rap girl, dude, she's gonna wrap your tits.
This is really bad.
We're gonna get all the bad fat out of your tits.
When does the show end? I'll call the hamster guy in the last minute of the show.
It's just the show
I have
cannot
a lot
end
to
soon
talk.
enough.
I wanted a long form interview with the hamster guy. He makes small burritos for hamsters to eat.
Speaking of eating hamsters, did you hear about what the big thing at Arby's is right now?
I dated a girl there once. I made out with her.
At Arby's?
Well, we went on a date to Sweet Tomatoes after she got off at Arby's, and we made out there.
Oh, it's cool. In Nashville, Arby's
makeout, dude.
Arby's sold out. You know what the sandwich was? They came out with
you talking about the deer meat?
Yeah,
dude.
a venison sandwich at the Nashville Arby's sold out in just 5 hours. They went through 250 of them.
I might start banging that girl from Arby's again and get a discount on the venison.
Oh, this commercial is
USDA choice Angus
Why do they think that the meats thing gets people to eat there, right? Why is that a good marketing tool for them?
Would you
Do have
try?
any idea?
Would you try an Arby's deer steak? I think I'd go for it. It sounds pretty good. Have
I
you ever
put a
had?
lot of worse stuff in my body, Jody?
Have you ever had venison before? Have you ever tried it before? It's not bad.
No, but I've done the buffalo. What do you call that?
The buffalo burger, the bison burger.
Bison. Yeah, that's the correct. I call it buffalo. I'm not as fancy as you.
Yeah,
I'm a foodie. I'm a down to earth foodie now.
Bison's pretty good too, but I just don't are they going to roll this out? Where's the Value Man?
It's
Does
only
he know
a few
about this?
cities right now. Can we get a Value Man on the phone?
He's
getting. I think he's getting married.
Value Man is getting married this weekend. I highly doubt that he's
deal.
going to be. Yeah,
getting married at KFC.
Oh man, I'm looking at this this $100,000. Have you ever had a $100,000 candy bar? $100,000?
No, but I do have the best and worst Halloween candies, Jody, right in front of me. Tell me about this $100,000.
Okay.
I saw you writing about that earlier. What is it
This
exactly?
one snuck up on me. I've never had a $100,000 candy bar before. It's like a the Little Debbie Star Crunch. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, it's got that nuttiness
caramel,
in it.
the caramel and the Rice
Yes, I like
Krispies
that
and the
nut.
chocolate. It's basically like one of those, and it's really freaking good. So, what are the best and worst Halloween candies?
You say $100,000 is not on the worst or the best. It's like everybody forgot about.
I'm telling you, it's an
thing,
under
okay?
the $100,000 bar is an under the radar candy. It's one that people don't talk about. You don't see people buying it at the 7-Eleven, but I'm telling you, it is one of the best candy bars that's on the market. It's amazingly good.
All right, take a wild guess, but besides your horniness for the grand thing,
Number
give me
one, I'm going to say
another
best. I'm going to say one of the best is.
And by the way, do you steal your kid's candy when he falls asleep? You go
absolutely.
through, that is sick and disgusting.
I took so much of it last night. What, like
Did you wake up and realize it? Because I remember everything.
He's
when I'm a
4.
Kid.
He has no idea.
So you took the $100,000. What else did you take from that poor kid?
I took one. Here's one that I think.
When you went to school, you went and refilled it though, like a good father, right?
No, I think this is one of the best candies, right? It's got to be one of the Reese's peanut butter cups, right? That's on the top, one of the best.
Reese's, Jody, it's on the top 10. We got Kit Kat.
All right.
Snickers,
Snickers,
you like
obviously.
That? You like the fruity stuff?
What about Skittles? I like the fruity stuff. What about Skittles?
Skittles is on there.
That's a good one. Let's talk
Jolly
about the
Ranchers.
bad. We all know the good ones. Let's talk about the bad ones, like the
shitty ones. I see a lot of movie theater shit on here. And
the problem is the crappy ones don't have names because you get like those weird taffies that are wrapped in the orange paper. You know, like those things. Like who the hell is eating those?
The worst ones, Jody, read like an exact movie theater menu because we're talking about Mike and Ike's.
Gross.
Twizzlers.
Yeah.
Almond Joy. That's how you say it, by the way, if you're a foodie. Almond
Joy and that other coconut bar are the
Mounds, baby.
The worst candy bars
Dude,
ever.
I'm a Mounds connoisseur, by the way.
Shut up. Of course you would be. They're so bad.
I love them. Then we got Raisinets, delicious. Of course. Nestle Crunch. Actually, that's kind of a lie. I do like me some Crunch.
I like Nestle Crunch. Yeah.
Nut inside.
Yeah.
And then the Laffy Taffy.
Okay.
And Hershey's Miniatures. Those are the worst.
And now, Scott, we have a very, very special guest that's going to be joining us.
The Ted Cruz lookalike woman?
No, it's not.
Where is she? Cersei. Ted Cruz.
No, it's not. It's Joel Jenson, the hamster burrito guy. What's going on, Joel? Welcome to the Jody and Scott Show. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks.
Now, Joel, you do great videos, and we were trying to get on the wagon of Ted Cruz Woman. Have you heard about her?
Yeah, do you remember this
She is
girl?
a woman that was on Maury that looks exactly like Ted Cruz.
I pity her. That's terrible. What a face.
maybe that's why she doesn't want to get on the phone with us.
Maybe
that's why we're calling her.
This is what launched her to fame. She was on. Was she on Maury for being a Ted Cruz lookalike, or was she on Maury and then everyone realized she was a Ted? Yeah, so she was on Maury, and then the entire country realized that she looked exactly like Ted Cruz, and then she became an internet sensation. And we had her as a guest tonight, Joel, and she wouldn't talk to us. So she thought we were too weird.
Because we called Raven from The View a lesbian, which she is.
Which she is. It's not an insult. It's true.
Now, Joel,
it's funny to look exactly like Ted Cruz because Ted Cruz looks exactly like a melting demon, I think.
That's why it's got to be a tough life when your celebrity lookalike is the ugliest man ever to be in politics.
It's a tough hand to be dealt. So
she is not the father, by the way.
So let's talk about your hamsters. My first question to you is: the hamster from the first burrito video a couple years ago still alive?
Well, what we've got is basically like a Lassie type situation where we use several hamsters, and we've used a couple different generations of hamsters.
So what do you do? Like once they're not, once they're of no use to
around,
you, once they're done being of use to you, you just snuff them out? Is that how it works? Wow, that's messed up.
Well, what we actually have done is we've like studded some of them. So like, when one gets a little too old, he'll be, his job will be to breed like the next generation of hamsters, and they live actually a very comfortable life with an animal trainer who feeds them like organic food, and it's a pretty good deal.
Oh, that sounds like
Joel,
a great life.
I got a question
for
you. How did this idea come about? What were you smoking, and do you live in Colorado? I mean, seriously, how did you come up with this idea? Can you give us an idea what was going on that night? It had to be at night.
Yeah, so the origin of it. So myself, I own a little like advertising company, and I have a couple partners, and we do like internet videos for our clients, right? So like a couple years ago, we made a video that if you haven't seen, you should check out, called "Guy Catches Laptop with His Butt," which is also
that sounds awesome.
coming from the same headspace.
I'm done. Guy catches laptop with butt. All right,
we like to do things right away. Like I'm googling the Ted Cruz woman porn right now. So
it's a very professional show that you've agreed to. Oh, here we go. Is there any dialogue in this, or is it just music, Joel?
No dialogue, no.
Okay, never mind.
No dialogue.
Okay.
Yeah, Jody got mad at me because there's no dialogue. You don't need that when hamsters are eating little burritos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't want dialogue. So we make like a lot of branded stuff. So the hamster burrito actually was something we had pitched to a frozen burrito company.
Brilliant.
To be like an ad for them, and they passed on it because they thought it was too weird.
They fucked up.
And so. Yeah,
Idiot.
And so we had been like, pitching a lot of cool ideas that weren't getting made. So we were just like, forget it, we'll just make them ourselves. And so we made that was one of the first ones we made on our own, and it worked.
I gotta tell you, I enjoyed it. Like I just watched the most recent one, the hamster zombies. It's quite entertaining the way you're able to get these hamsters to cooperate. I'm amazed that you're able to get this done, because I've tried to make entertaining YouTube videos with
Jody
my
gets
dog.
really high and does all kinds of stuff with his dog.
And
he
then I just
with it.
and then I just forget. Then I just forget that I'm making a video and never really make it.
Millions upon millions of views. Joel, can you give us a heads up? What might be your next video? If you don't know, we're catching up with Joel. He does all these little tiny burritos.
Have you ever, Joel? Have you ever thought about doing like the Mr. Ed thing? Right, like put like a little like electrode in their mouth or something and get them to move their mouths and get and then you gotta do like a voiceover for them and have like
a Pixar film,
like a Pixar film, but with living hamsters, and they could talk to each other. That'd be good.
Is that what they did to Mr. Ed?
Yeah, they shocked him. They shocked Mr. Ed.
Up,
they put
dude.
it. They
PETA back there.
They shocked him, and he went, moved his mouth, and then yeah.
Is that really how they did it?
I don't know. I just made that up.
Makes sense.
I have no idea.
Sounds like torture, like a Guantanamo horse.
I really don't know.
Joel, what's your next idea for your video? Can you put it? You don't have to tell us everything. Somebody will steal it.
Yeah, what's in the pipeline?
What's coming up?
Yeah, the next one, he goes on a cruise. So we built like a miniature cruise ship for him.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yes.
Lucky hamster.
Does it have like a nightclub?
Yeah.
Is there like a little hamster DJ?
Well, all right, Joel. All right. Joel, we got to run. Thank you very much. Always fun to talk to the people behind some of the big internet sensations.
Joel, plug your YouTube channel, please.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can check us out at youtube.com/HelloDenizen.
All right, thanks. There you go. Joel,
great videos on there. Thank you, Joel.
The guy responsible for the hamster.
Clear your throat. Jesus.
I'm getting over a cold, man.
Can you get like a cough rag or something? I mean, my God, that's sick.
Mike was not there. He's got a note on here. He's like, "Get off this interview." Why do you hate that interview? What you have hated? You have hated this tiny hamster thing from the very beginning,
Mike. That guy was great. I was just getting started with it.
I don't get it. And plus, it was like 2 years ago.
Have you watched the videos?
It's active. The hamsters are always doing new things, Mike.
He has trainers.
They train these hamsters. They eat organic food.
Did you watch any of the videos?
I did. I watched one. I got through about 12 seconds of it, and then I shut it off.
Okay, did you get to the part where the hamster eats the fucking burrito? I mean, because that's...
I'm much more interested in trying to get a hold of this Ted Cruz lookalike.
All right, hold on. Stay on
What's
the
the
phone. Let's
problem?
call her one more time. Here we go. One more try. All right, I got it coming
This
up.
is a woman.
Here. All right,
we
Mike.
think her name's Cersei. I might have spelled it wrong.
Is it not Cersei?
Hold on. I don't know.
Is she going to get mad at us for calling again?
It's Searcy Hayes.
It's got to be Cersei. Yeah.
Have you seen what she looks like, by the way? Let's send you a picture.
Been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Are we going to get arrested?
0 1 3 3 4
leave a
7
message.
4 6 0 is not available.
right.
At the tone, please record your message.
Why do
When
we
you
hang
have
up on the
finished
hamster
recording,
guy?
you may.
Yeah. Oh well.
Why do we hang up on the hamster guy, by the way? He was great.
I don't know. Mike said
Very
he didn't like
successful
it.
man.
Mike said he didn't like it.
Where else are you going to go with
To
that?
get to ask him how much he makes for a living, Mike. Like, we didn't even get that far into it.
Oh, can we get him back on the phone?
One
He's
more
got
thing.
like
How
a
much do
company.
you
He
make?
probably actually makes.
How much do you think those I mean, look,
We
because
have
I'm telling
11 million
listen to
views
me.
on one of
Listen to me.
those things.
Because listen to me. Hamsters do not have trainers and organic food unless they're making their owners some money, dude. Like those hamsters are making that guy some cash. We're doing. You realize we're doing everything wrong, right?
I just sent a picture of the Ted Cruz woman. I was supposed to send it to our thread, but I sent a picture of herself to her. I don't know how that's going to go over.
So what you're saying is over the course of the last hour, we have called her multiple times, left a couple of accidental messages, and now we're emailing her pictures of herself.
She's writing me back.
Oh, God.
How did you get that?
What?
I took it off her Facebook.
Oh, my God. Scott, stop. You're not. She thinks you're stalking her. She thinks we're stalking her, Scott. You have to stop. No more communication. Stop. No more.
Look at the picture of her, the woman that looks like Ted Cruz. You pull that up. It's on the thread right now.
I've seen it, Scott. Hold
Look
on.
at it again.
Right,
Look at her face.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. It looks like... She looks just like Ted Cruz.
Get her on the phone, Mike.
No, we can't.
Him.
We have to leave her
God
alone.
damn it, that's Ted Cruz.
That's enough. It is
All right,
Ted
Jody, I think
Cruz,
it's time for us to go. Unless we get Cersei and Ted Cruz.
Wait a second. Where did you get that photo? Because I looked online for photos. That is a really creepy photo, and it's even more funny that she doesn't know.
It's her profile picture on her Facebook. I just ripped it off. I was trying to show you guys, and then I sent it to her by accident.
She looks like she's lost weight since the Maury show, though. Like,
oh,
she's
God.
looking better.
She looks even more like Ted Cruz now.
She does. Like, it's so weird.
Every time I think the girl that I'm banging from Cumberland Farms is unattractive, I'll look at that picture. Oh, God. All right. You ready? Oh, Mike, if you get her on the phone, we will stop everything. Are we going to use that picture for the show picture this week?
Okay, now what I'd like to do is next week I want to do 45 minutes with Cersei. If we can make this happen.
Dude, long form. Look at that picture, Jody. That's Halloween for you right there.
It looks just like Ted Cruz, like a melting demon.
I wonder if Ted Cruz was her for Halloween.
Okay.
Pop a little Megan.
Got a reveal.
Cersei, call us.
Is the reveal that Cersei
and by the way,
is
Cersei,
Ted
if you're
Cruz?
listening, you ready? Hey, don't steal my twisteds.
Oh.
I'm gonna come up with something else. Yes, right. Cersei is Ted Cruz. Drag.
Do it.
Jody, quick twisted reveal before we get out of here. Elevator companies have admitted that the door close button is not connected to anything. It actually does
I've always
nothing.
I knew it. I thought that was true. I knew it.
Have you ever noticed, no matter when you press it, the thing closes at the same freaking time?
Because I tell you, I mash every time I see someone coming anywhere near the elevator. I start mashing that button.
Out of that thing.
I mash it. I'm like, no, you are not getting this elevator with me, and then it never does anything.
Conversation with you about my hairy feet. All right. JodyandScottShow.com. Jody with a Y. Google us for all our clips, all our stuff. And by the way, next week, we're going to do the show on Thursday, I think, and I'm going to do it live next to a red box at Walgreens until I get kicked out.
I like this concept.
You call red box people white trash, and every single person that comes up, I'm going to have a nice little conversation and tell them you call them white trash for going on red box.
I like this concept, though, of you setting up in random, dangerous locations for you to do this show.
That's why I bought a gun, Jody, so I could set up and do a radio broadcast next to a red box.
Someone's going to steal your laptop from you. They're going to walk right up to you and steal it.
I know a guy that needs some money for security.
Like, it is going to happen.
Breaking news.
Oh, what's that?
I just emailed Cersei. I texted her, do you have a minute for an interview? And she wrote back, not really. I'm in the hospital with my niece.
Oh, dude.
Oh, her niece. So we've
plastic surge.
So we've been like harassing this poor woman while she's taking care of her niece in the hospital.
On her deathbed.
Oh. All right, next week then.
She can add that. She can add that. She can add that to the police report.
See if she can do 45 minutes next week.
I think my favorite celebrity ever is Cersei. What's her last name again?
I don't know. It doesn't.
Look at that picture, Jody. Look at that woman's face now.
I've already made it the wallpaper on my computer.
I bet she's been to a red box before. I'll tell you that.
Oh, she's probably got a couple overdue red boxes.
That's right. JodyandScottShow.com.
Fast and Furious 5 has not been returned in over 3 months. Starting to get notices.
She's got a blockbuster double Titanic box set sitting in the
JodyandScottShow.com. We're also on Twitter. We'll see you next week.
At some point.
Later on. Later.